Welcome, everybody, back to the FieldPulse podcast, the best place for you to upgrade your trade. But not today. Welcome in, Mr. Dave.
Thank you.
He's our local sales manager. Is that your title that we gave you?
Yeah, I wouldn't say local though. I'm kind of a global sales manager.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. He's the pit bull of sales managers,
Yes,
right?
Mr. I have the same hairstyle. Yeah, they call me Mr. Office Wide.
All right, cool.
That's just because I put on a few pounds since I started.
And then, of course, we have returning Mr. Ben Reed.
Hello.
Our marketing genius guru.
Do I also get a thank you?
Absolutely, sir.
Thank you. Dave, good looking hat.
Hey, thank you. You
Just wanted
too.
to point that out.
Yeah, you also have a hat that is nice.
Thank you. Is that new merch?
It is new merch. And is it dropping? Is this like a?
No, I don't.
Are we doing an
I don't
ad?
think we're selling.
Are we doing a bit?
No, I don't think we're selling it.
Oh, we could, though.
Totally
Also,
could.
I was going to ask, did you design that? But then
No.
it wasn't marketing either, so.
Huh.
I think it was just Gabe.
Probably Gabe.
Gabe? Yeah.
I think we need some FieldPulse shirts that Gabe had the idea, and I really like it, of just putting some really, like, fuck plumbers. Just some stuff on there that's just, all right. Gabe's idea.
Wow.
I don't know where.
Our plumbing segment might not enjoy that as much.
And we color them pink, but then you sell those to the electricians, and then you sell fuck electricians to the plumbers. And then they wear each other's shirt. They wear those shirts on the job sites, and then you have jousting and, like, random, what's the safety inspection government entity? OSHA. Then you have
OSHA.
random OSHA violations and job sites getting shut down, and
I like it.
That's
And
not
those-
that's not approved by PR. I just want the record to show.
all right, fine.
Is that like are there like hard and fast lines on who enjoys who? So like I mentioned this to you before, I wanted to be an HVAC guy. That was my girlfriend at the time. Her dad was Mr. HVAC, works for Johnson Controls, kind of put me in there. And so I wanted to do that. I wanted to, go do new construction, run duct, and I wound up getting stuck as a fitter. So I would just go hang things. But I very distinctly remember that, the HVAC guys would come in, they'd hang all their duct, and then the next morning, the steam fitters just ripped all of their shit down. So if I had to pick, like, HVAC guys probably hate one segment, I would assume, like in the in new construction world, I would assume, because those guys laying the sprinkler pipes, like, they don't give a shit. They get priority, and if yours is hung up in their way, they were tearing it down.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really. Everybody hates electricians, and that's just a given. Everybody hates electricians. They leave their shit everywhere. They think they're the most important trade because they'll tell you everything runs off electricity. Like everybody has gadgets and everything's powered, and then the plumbers just sit back quietly, like, where's your clean water come from? And everyone kind of shuts up when a plumber says something like that. Like, yeah, it's really nice to use the toilet, not have to put it in a bucket. All right, cool. Showers are cool. All right. I could go without electricity. It's the first thing to go. But running water is really nice.
It's the very chicken or the egg thing. I don't know. Okay, think about this, though, right? So it's cold as shit outside. Would you rather be able to take a shower or have the heat on?
You can always clothe up, so I'd rather take a shower. You can always put layers on.
Build a fire.
You gonna put layers on in the shower?
No, when you get out,
Scruffing with just your eyes. It's the only thing you can clean.
It's just a wet wipe. Clean your cheeks off and get the crumbs and the snacks out of your beard.
What about you, Ben? You're a more slender, I guess.
Which would I prefer?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like you would just be somebody that would be, like, always cold. So would you prefer
I
to
like
be
the
able to
cold.
shower or
Be able to shower with warm
have
water
heat.
or shower at all?
shower at all or have heat?
Shower for sure.
Okay.
Go on.
I like the cold. I think the summer is when you get the issues of, I'd way rather have AC than.
Well, if you don't have AC, then you just go take a cold shower.
Yeah, you just go
You're making a lot of sense.
hop in the river.
All right.
Just hop in the river out in Frisco, Texas.
Making a lot
Just
of sense.
run down to the creek.
There's plenty of golf ponds around.
There are. We do have golf ponds.
Lots of golf ponds. About to be even more.
Yeah. So I hear.
You gonna move in the PGA?
No, I'm not.
Why not?
I don't want to live anywhere near. I like golf. I play golf.
Oh, really?
Yes.
You
Well,
play golf?
I have clubs. I should probably say that.
I've gone to Top Golf a few times.
Okay. I have a problem
pretty
going.
fun.
I have a problem going to Top Golf because I don't know where the line is between just screwing around and like actually beating everyone there, and so I don't do the drive thing very well because I have a baseball swing. I don't have a golf swing, but the little targets on the ground and the numbers, like I will figure that out, and I will be there. At the last company I worked at, everyone left, and I'm like, no, I'm not leaving. I got 400 points to go, 10 at a time, just chipping, trying to get 10.
But who likes that guy? The guy that like goes to Top Golf and they're actually like a really good golfer?
Nobody,
right? Because
Nobody.
that would just piss me off. Like I'm decent, and at some point I'm like, all right, like because it's fun for me. But people who don't know how to play, that shit gets really old really fast.
if they're nice about it or like just having a good time but not like being super serious, that's
Right.
all right. But if they get like super focused on the game and we're all like having a few beers, having fun, they're like, I gotta do this, gotta get the 100 points. When they get too serious, that's when it gets annoying.
I only get serious at the end because I don't know what I'm doing. I've been on a golf course twice, and all I did was get drunk and drive the cart.
What else is there to do?
I don't know. I don't know what they were doing. I was talking the whole time, and I was getting yelled at, and apparently that's a thing.
Sounds
I don't
awesome.
know. I
Yeah,
wore
you can't do
shorts.
that. Yeah, you can't do that. It depends on where you go.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to go play tomorrow, and I'm only going to play because my kid's been pressuring me to like teach her how to drive.
Okay.
And I don't want to because I know exactly how it's gonna go, and I don't think my mind is quite wrapped around the fact that this little person of mine wants to drive. But I was like, you know what? I bet I could just throw her in a golf cart. Let her practice on the golf cart.
Yeah.
Let me play golf. I can do what I want. She gets to do what she wants. Everybody wins.
Yeah.
I definitely drove golf carts before I drove a car.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a good idea, right?
Yeah.
Parenting hack.
Yeah.
They can't really go fast enough to like cause any major damage.
No.
Maybe a few broken bones.
To other people, I mean, you can really screw yourself up, though.
And they don't really move that fast. Right? What do you think a top speed of a golf cart is?
I think they go like 12, 15.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that. I'm okay with crashing
Yeah,
at
that's
12
not
to
too
15. Yeah.
Yeah, you might break an arm.
It's okay.
That's 6
We got
weeks.
insurance.
She'll spend her summer in the cast. She'll be fine by the time school starts.
Yeah, she's going to learn. Ugh. At high school next year.
Oh, really?
Yikes.
They're assholes, man.
Yeah, they are.
I love them to death, but God, they're mean.
Actually,
They're so mean.
I actually worked in 2 school districts, Richardson and McKinney, and I noticed working around all of them, there's a couple of stages that they go through that I guess I didn't remember going through this, but 1st through 4th graders, you don't smell them. They're just they had a little kid smell, and you don't really smell them.
I don't make it a habit to smell any kid.
No. I'm not talking about like, no. I'm talking about just them coming in from recess. 5th graders stink. Oh my God, they smell so bad. And they're starting to like really go hard outside at recess, and they really sweat, but then they don't want to shower. They still don't want to shower. They don't want to. They want to get home and do other stuff. And then what you said about being mean, it gets into like 8th, 9th grade. They start to turn, and that's when like all the fights break out, and you spend all day at a school. And there was different kinds of junior highs around, that had different reputations. And you go to the bad one, and it's like every 45 minutes. They have 2 security guards. They're going to another classroom because there's another fight that broke out. Ugh. And then in high school, they've learned a little bit of the legal system, so they don't fight on campus. So they go like across the street to the mall or something, and that's where they fight. And I guess some of this stuff working there kind of, I don't know, forgot about it, or I was so not in school that I didn't realize that all this stuff was happening. And then working there is, oh man. couldn't be a teacher. Could you be a teacher?
To a certain age, maybe.
Okay.
Like
Old or young?
either college age
Okay.
or like 4 to 6. It's
Yeah.
the in-betweens that, really get you.
Yeah. I think the hardest job in the world is a middle school teacher. 6, 7, 8, 9.
I know.
Just walking into those classrooms, doing what I was doing, walking in there, and the teachers are just like white knuckling it on the desk and just trying to keep this herd of hyenas at bay. Oh my God, I couldn't do it.
Yeah, and especially like if you're the teacher who like is in charge of pre-algebra or I mean, I actually like history, but like if you're the one that, you're the class that like very few people actually like, plus they're already middle school assholes, like that's gotta be a tough job. Remind me, I need to get him like gift cards or something next holiday that comes around, because I know my kid probably is one that doesn't make it easy on people.
You think so?
Oh yeah, she's like me. If I didn't like something, like you were gonna know about it, and not just because be like, I hate this stupid ass class, like I would just do everything to distract everybody else, so no one had to work. Because if nobody's working, nobody's failing, right? And that was my logic, right? If I can screw everybody up, then we're all going down.
You were playing the bell curve game.
Yeah, try to create my own
If the
bell.
bell curve only curves up to 30, then
Then we're
everybody
good.
passes.
Yeah, I feel like that's ideal.
We made
where we wanna
I think we made our 8th grade math teacher quit by Christmas. They had to find a new teacher.
That's not nice.
I mean,
I remember being such a jerk, even in high school. Like our our vice principal's name was Miss Ribble, and I was into like broadcast journalism, so I would do like the morning announcements. And
Oh,
like,
really? All
yeah.
right.
So we're gonna do this, and it's gonna be chaperoned by Miserable. And then she would come storming out of her office. My name is Miss Ribble, not Miserable. I'm like, I don't.
Sorry, I just said it fast.
Yeah, I don't understand the difference. Like, what are you saying?
That's great, though. I'd be impressed, and I'd give you a gold star.
Oh, not her.
That's clever.
That was a one-way ticket to in-school suspension.
I spent a lot of time in school suspension. Mm-hmm. A lot.
Same. I got a forgery charge in library aid class one time.
Oh, please tell that
Story time by Dave. Go ahead.
Well, I was a library aide, and the teacher had, they had stamps like, hey, this person's allowed to get out of class. And I just picked the wrong friend to pick out of class that day. So I used the stamp to get him out of class. We need to stop.
Turn the heat down.
Ooh.
I'm cooking. And the sun's not even on.
The AC's on. I think we're at like 68. But let's crank it.
Crank it up.
Crank it down.
Crank it down.
Is it on heat or cold? It's on cool. All right, cool. Thank you.
Now keep going. Freeze it up. There you go.
Maybe it's Kyle's shirt that I'm wearing.
We don't pay for AC, so
No.
it's built into the.
Why did
overpriced.
one of you say crank it up and one of you say crank it down?
Because when you want it cool, you crank down the temperature.
Well, when you crank up the air.
That's always pisses me off with me and my wife, because she'll be like, turn the AC up. And I'll never know what she means. Like, do you want it colder or hotter?
Yeah.
Because whatever I do is always wrong.
I like how
No
she's
matter
asking
what it
you to
is.
do it.
I found a reverse system. So we moved into our new place, and like I played dumb with the gauge, the thermometer for a while. Thermostat. I couldn't think of that. Because it's actually has like buttons. It's not just like move it up and down. It's buttons you have to press and hold and stuff like that. And so after the first couple times, I was like, I don't know how to do it. And now, because we'll like get into bed, and she's like, it's like really cold. You turn the heat on, and I'm like, I don't know how to do it. And then so she has to be the one to get out of bed and go. And I've kept this up for the last year. It's been
out now.
absolutely amazing. Yeah, then she'll go out of town, and I'll have like the perfect temperature set because I know exactly what's going on.
You've got the schedule set. You've got the
Yeah.
humidity control on.
I have it. Yeah, I got it all on.
And then you just erase Dave's schedule when she comes back in town.
Yeah. I'm like, man, I really just don't know how to do. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm like, then I try to make her feel bad, right? Maybe I'm like really dumb and I don't understand numbers or like technology.
Or how to
And
read.
she's like, don't you work at a software company? I'm like, yeah, but that's not thermostats or button pushing.
So
Like,
what you're
it's
saying
different.
is I need to upgrade my thermostat.
Yeah, and then
Got
scam
it.
your wife.
Okay.
You want to know the secret to a long, healthy relationship? Scam your wife.
Do you have a Nest? Or is it... Because Nests are ridiculously complicated.
Yeah.
Like, they're actually really easy to use, but like it's just annoying.
Wasn't it like Nest, they got in trouble because they would like, people would alter the temperature and the Nest would be like, not today.
It's not
you
just...
want it colder? The fuck you do. And then they would go back and like readjust their thermostat. I would be pissed. Like, I would be livid.
Well, it wasn't Nest, but it was Reliant, or it was a certain company that worked with Nest. And like if you signed up on a certain plan, you like agreed to them to be able to alter your temperature by like 3 to 5 degrees or whatever.
Yes.
So it's probably like the yearly, like the or annual billing, or not annual billing.
No.
But like they take your average billing, right?
It's not even that.
No? Why are they doing that?
So to answer your question, yes, they originally got in trouble with doing that. Kind of, I don't want to say hacking, but kind of getting into and correcting the temperature for you and saying, but they were basing it, from what I know about it, they were basing it off of like comparable usage in your area. Like, other people have it set at this. It was like a suggestion. Like, why don't you try like 75 instead of 71?
Sounds like a Facebook page where they solved all these problems. All right, everybody, 65.
Yes. But
Agreed.
then, now, Ben, to your point, where now they have signed and they have sold the rights for power companies to be able to turn your thermostat up for you for when days when the grid is under a lot of pressure. They can ease your consumption by turning your thermostat up for you remotely.
I bet we have that because we have like one of those collective bargaining groups. And I'm
co-op, yeah, in Frisco, yes,
I'm sure
yeah.
that's exactly what they did. They were like, look, I want to make sure everybody stays at like 72, 75. Cool? And I'm going to give you this rate. But luckily, we don't have a Nest, so they can't dictate shit in my house. Blame me if the grade goes down. I don't care. I'll have been comfortable up
He's
until
got
that
two
point.
5-tons out there just roaring. He's a meat locker. He's curing
That's the way I
sausage
like
in
it.
his kitchen.
Absolutely. It's the only way to do it.
But yeah, you hit on something there that I completely agree with, and I have the most epic story of that has nothing to do with me, but an older guy I used to work with at a chemical plant. He was almost retirement age. He was just ringing out the last couple years. His wife is some kind of big shot at Levi Strauss, and they built a mansion out by Levon Lake. And so they had all this land. It was manicured. You know, they had a nice driveway poured. It was like their forever home, you know, spent all their money on it. He went and bought this zero-turn mower. Like, it had a canopy on it. It had like fans that blew up at your face and, you know, air ride suspension, the whole thing. And he said the whole time, you know, we got all this land, we got all this grass. I don't want to mow it. I'm not going to do it. I don't want to do it. I'm too old for this. I don't want to do it. But she was adamant. She's a gardener, and she's adamant about him taking care of the yard. She takes care of the landscaping and the flowers and all the stuff. He said, all right, I'll fix this. So he bought a $20,000 mower. Ran up on the concrete with it. He gouged the yard. He got up in the flower bed with it. It lasted like 2 weeks. And then she goes, I'm just going to do it. And he's like, all right, enjoy the mower. Now he doesn't have to mow anymore.
At least she got a nice mower out of it.
Yes, that was the plan all along. She complained about him spending all this money on this mower. And he's like, you're really going to appreciate this one day.
So where is like the men's marriage book where it has all these like helpful tips?
We haven't written it
mowing
yet.
101, thermostats 101. Like,
It's very simple. It's whatever your wife tells you she doesn't want to do,
do it terribly.
that's what you have to do. Yeah. If it's something you don't want to do, just do it terribly.
I tell my wife that she took all my cooking powers away. I can't cook anymore because she's so amazing at it. And I'm not joking. She really is. But, you know, I don't have to cook anymore because I screwed up a couple of things and now I'm just going to make it. Okay. I like it.
Don't mind the cooking. That's kind of like the one, that and cleaning the kitchen. For some weird reason, like that's the one time when I just like zone out. I don't think about anything. Like for some reason that became my happy place.
Yeah.
like therapeutic.
Yeah. And I think that there's got to be, and I don't know how she did it, but my wife tricked me into this. I don't know how she did it, but that's the only logical explanation for liking to like go do the dishes. And I like cooking. Clearly, I like eating as well.
Yeah.
But like, she tricked me somehow. I don't know how, and I probably deserve it because I make her change the thermostat, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I know what you're doing. Watch this, motherfucker."
Yes.
And
yes,
now
you are.
I clean the kitchen because it calms me somehow.
I'm there with you. So my wife and my daughter, all I ask them to do is put the dishes in the dishwasher. Just do the simple stuff. I will hand wash everything. I'll wipe down the countertops, the cooktop, the island. I'll do all of that gladly because I don't have to cook anymore. It's a nice trade-off.
It is a good trade-off, right?
I think so. It takes longer to clean up sometimes than it did for her to cook.
That's actually something I like doing with my wife. It's top 5 things we do together is actually cooking. And it's great that you have, I also have a 14-year-old who's like, I want to learn how to drive. And I'm like, I want the dishes done. So, I mean, actually, I had her, I was showing them what Chat GPT is.
Okay.
And then I couldn't explain it. So I was like, all right, type in any question. And then she started asking me about driving. And I was like, all right, now ask Chat GPT, how do I ask my dad to let me learn how to drive? And it was like, you need to be financially responsible. And you need to, and I was like, look, robot told you, get your ass in there and do the dishes. It was a perfect setup. Like I couldn't have planned it any better because it was like,
It's
you
like
need to,
you planned it.
Yeah, you need to show your parents that you're responsible. Clean up your room, help with chores around the house, like work on getting a job. And I'm like, man, I love
She's
this
gonna-
robot. It's by far the most important person in my house at that moment.
She's gonna think you scammed
Scripted
the
it.
robot and it's not real.
My dad is Chat GPT. This is how I know.
You just had Ben Reed at his house, and he was prompted to just be on the other side answering it.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So let's talk about that for a minute, Ben. It's been a hot topic around here. We even did a podcast about it. What's new? What's the new horizon of that? I mean, beyond what we already talked about, is there anything kind of changing, or what's up with it lately?
With Chat GPT in general.
Chat GPT, if you want to go, into like the OpenAI, the company itself, or AI in general, because it's a topic to talk about.
Yeah, I don't like stay up on AI in general very much.
Okay.
Like I'll get the main news headlines, sure. But OpenAI, ChatGPT in particular, just came out with a paid version,
I saw
which
that,
is
actually.
brand new.
Does
Which
it like give you better answers or?
no, so the service is exactly the same, but it's actually genius because it crashes all the time because
Yeah.
there's a billion people trying
Right.
to use this thing, and it's open, which is not good. And so basically the premium, which I think is like $15 a month per user, it basically gives you like preferred access where if the servers get overcrowded, they'll kick off the free users and the paid users continue
Yeah.
Interesting.
service, which is actually like brilliant. And
Yeah.
people will happily pay. I will happily pay. Are you kidding me? This is like 3 employees I'm not having to hire. So yeah, $10 a month. Are you kidding me? I'll give you $100 a month, easy. So, yeah, but
I stop at 100. It's saving you three salaries.
I know, like it's insane. But let's not talk about that. But so I think the premium feature released like a week or two ago. I didn't even know about it. I just saw it on the actual app at some point.
Yeah, me too. I was on the left-hand side there. Try premium paid or something free for 7 days or something. Yeah, I saw that.
Whatever it is. So that's the latest update I know about. I know they're rolling out 4.0. I think you might have mentioned it to me.
Yeah, I listened to Lex Friedman talk about it. He's a big AI researcher guy. He's on Rogan's podcast a lot. And the latest one he did with Rogan, go listen to it. He was talking about that what's out right now is like a 3.0 or a 3.5, something like that. But 4.0, it's not just the next version. It's the next like exponent of it that's coming out. I think he said by the end of the year. And
That sounds dangerous.
I don't know, man.
It's terrifying. I mean, at this point, if it gets any better, it's like
Yeah. When are they going to start putting in people?
like
Elon's working on that.
Elon, what's that called?
Neuralink.
Neuralink.
Yeah, Neuralink.
Would you get a Neuralink? So are you up on it? I'm not like super up on it. I think I have the basic idea, but
So again, listening to Lex Friedman talk about it, and Elon talk about it. They're starting with people with disabilities to be able to give you back the ability to walk, talk, see, those kind of things. But eventually down the road, we all know what they're talking about. I think the ability to access information like that quickly, I think you'll fall behind without it eventually.
So
that's okay with me.
what I've heard,
That's okay with me. So let me just finish that thought. Is like I'm okay being a caveman. I already just work with hammers and tools, and I kind of know how to use a laptop. I had to log into Gmail, and it took me a few minutes. But I don't know what I'm doing here. But I'm okay with that. But like next generations. Good luck, guys.
So, from what I've heard, the Neuralink at its premier stage would be not just instant access to information, but instead of using the internet to Google something to then like study it or watch YouTube to learn something, the Neuralink, in theory, you could just download it to like your long-term memory, and then you just know it, like instantaneous knowledge, like learning. So it's like scary. It's like terrifying.
Absolutely, it's terrifying. And what are you downloading? What do you? And then get into a whole thing.
Do you want
about
to learn karate? Well, download it.
Yeah.
Now you're an expert.
Well, there's still like
Right?
muscle memory and stuff that I don't. I don't know how the brain works, but
all goes to your brain, right?
I
Reflexes.
guess. I mean, but like strength, you can't learn strength. You can't
Buy some
learn
steroids.
reflexes. I mean, yeah, you can, but good
You
luck.
can't learn reflexes? What?
It's muscle memory. To me, that's a learned skill.
repetition.
But isn't that
You
what the
can't download
Neuralink is supposed to do? Is like wire your brain and be like, oh yeah, I know this shit.
Maybe.
so.
I don't.
I've seen The Matrix. So
Okay.
he downloads karate and he knows karate.
Oh, do you think that's what he based it off of?
Maybe.
Elon was like, what a great idea. What if I actually did that?
He probably was like in the middle of making Tesla.
He was,
Then he
like,
watched The
writing code.
Matrix. Oh, guys, hang on.
Wait.
Pause.
He put it on a separate laptop
is
for another day.
genius.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you imagine like his to-do list? Build rocket ship. Put something in people's brains. Check.
Solve world hunger.
Yeah.
Tell
easy
no
enough.
one.
Yeah. Buy a company, destroy that company.
Send the most advanced car ever to Mars.
For
Yeah.
no reason.
Yeah. Can you imagine
What
if
a
that was like your
guy.
bucket list? Like, it'd be like, if you asked him, like, hey, what'd you do today? What do you think is he like, well, I woke up at 6 o'clock? Or is he like, build rocket ship?
I don't
Like,
know,
he just
man.
seems more like methodical and
I hear so many people talk about him who have talked to him, and yeah, especially since he bought Twitter now, he's doing interviews with anyone who wants to come talk to him. He's an open book. And you have one person I listened to in particular had to wait 3 days to talk to him because he was in his office taking meetings every 15 minutes until midnight. And then this guy that I was listening to, he came back at 8 a.m. and Elon had already been there since like 6, taking meetings every 15 minutes from 6 in the morning until midnight for 3 days in a row.
That's crazy. Let's just unpack that for a second. One of the most successful entrepreneurs in the world, I don't know how rich he is, but I'm sure he's up there on the wealthy list too, buys the worst social media platform in the world. Everyone hates Twitter. Even the people who use Twitter hate Twitter.
Yes.
He buys it, and then he spends all his time trying to like save it and rescue it. Who does that? Why would he do that?
I'm telling you, I might be the first one to say it, but Elon is ChatGPT.
He's got a few Neuralinks loose.
Yeah, he needs to charge himself between midnight and 1:30.
Yeah.
It's a good solid hour. He puts himself on airplane mode, optimizes charge, and then he's back at it. He is AI.
You think so? He already has the Neuralink, and then
Oh,
you're
yeah.
just
He
you're
is
tapping
the
everything
Neuralink.
that's already in his brain.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh, what if he
Maybe.
does already have the first Neuralink?
I don't think he
does.
would do it. I think he's like most entrepreneurs that make something and like, you try it.
Really?
I
don't
know I
think
did a
so.
good job, but you try it.
I think he's crazy enough where he would be the first one to get it
think so?
installed. I do.
Man, I don't know. I don't know if I were him. I don't know if I'd be willing to risk it because there's it was a robot or some kind of vehicle that they landed on Mars on accident. When it crashed into the planet. Y'all remember this?
Not really.
It's
no.
maybe 10 or 12 years ago. It was one of the first craft to land on
so
Mars.
not Elon.
No, not Elon.
okay.
Not
No,
Elon,
it was that robot
but-
that just died and sent that really sad, depressing message back to us. He's like, "Oh, don't worry, guys, I'm in a good place." Like, yeah, we know we sent you there. Know exactly where you are, dummy.
It's a much better place. We're stuck on Earth.
But no, it was NASA who sent this craft to Mars, and they did all of the weights in kilograms, but then did all of their calculations in standard, in pounds. And so this thing just plummeted into the planet, and like everyone's looking around like, what happened? And they went back and looked, and oops. And so there's always going to be that guy, and he's always on your team. And so that's why Elon's like, yep, you try it. Because there's always that guy.
I mean, you have to look at like the loss gain, right? Because if he's the one that does it and it goes south, like it's a big loss.
That's true.
Like there's a lot on the line for him. Where if it's just, Hobo Joe down at the Kokomo, like drop a link in him and like watch the guy thrive. Be like Bradley Cooper. I just made that up, by the way. Bradley Cooper and like Limitless.
Yeah.
That's who it would be.
Yeah, no, I think Elon's probably in the first 100. Like, let's try it on 99 other fools, and then
So I guess let me rephrase. I don't think he would be scared to try it. I think he's crazy enough to try it. But I think you are right, where if he cares more about the success, so he wouldn't risk his own, failure.
Yeah, maybe that's why he bought
limit the
Twitter.
product.
He's like, I got a bunch of idiots stuck in one building. I'm gonna see what I can get them to do. And then he's just using Twitter as like his rat
sleep there.
cage.
Yeah.
Oh, so you were recently laid off from Twitter? We have this new program.
It's like Severance, like that show Severance. I bet that's what it's like. Have you
I
seen
haven't
that?
seen that.
I haven't seen it. I've heard it's really good.
It is really good.
Okay.
So they want people to be the most productive at work that they can. And the best way to do that is to take anything outside of their outside world and keep it out of the office. So they have this chip implanted. They get in the elevator, and as soon as they pass a certain floor, like it wipes their brain. So who they are at work and who they are at home are going to two completely different people, and these people will never meet each other.
Huh.
So as soon as you're like down in the elevator, all you know is like, this is my job and this is what I do, and these are the only like 3 or 4 people that I know in the world as your coworkers. And then you zip back up, and then
you leave that world behind.
and then
come
you're
back.
then you're not upset about what happened at work that day.
Don't let Gabe find out about this.
Yeah. Kind of like thinking about work. It helps when I get slacks from my boss at midnight. Hey,
Gosh.
you up?
Nope.
This is a business. This is a business line, sir or madam.
Oh man, I truly am, and I'm not just brown nose. I truly am appreciative of how much he puts into it. But take a break, man. Go.
Were you talking about Elon still? Or?
No. I don't know how Gabe just keeps going and keeps going, and then he has the ideas that he has, right, with us and with marketing and and all the creative stuff that he has, and he has an opinion about colors and all the stuff, and then he can talk about product and how fast he switches back and forth. He makes my freaking brain hurt sometimes.
Yeah.
So he's let off the gas with me the last month or so.
Think so?
He believes in you.
Oh, 100%.
He's letting you sail.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
it's pretty much like zero touch, and I kind of miss him. I'm like,
He's right there.
Screw something up. Just screw something up. Majorly.
no, I don't miss him that much.
He'll come back.
I want us all to have jobs still.
He'll come back.
But no, to your point, like, yeah, he's super involved.
Yeah.
And it's cool where, like, in some companies, the boss works less, like, in the hierarchy of the pyramid.
Yeah.
The lower you go, the more you work, right?
Yeah.
Here, it's like kind of the opposite, where, like, the higher you go, the more you work, which
Yep.
it's just kind of cool,
Yeah, it is.
It's kind of good.
It's an interesting dynamic, and coming here, I still don't know what the hell I'm doing here, and
Agreed.
Yeah, no one does.
I also don't know what you do. This, I guess.
I guess. Drink beer and
The
talk.
face of FieldPulse. I like it.
But it was such an interesting dynamic to come into, and I had to talk about my wife. I had to talk to my wife about this recently. Is I can't finish anything, like I can't focus on anything and finish it all the way. I have to start something and leave it. Then I have to start something else and I have to work on a little bit and then I have to go back. And then I keep bringing all these spinning plates, up together.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never had that before. I've always had to construction trades. I have to finish what I'm working on in order to get paid.
You should see my roadmap. It's like 27 different things all
Yeah.
at once, and it's like nothing's finished. And
Yeah.
then all of a sudden, 12 are.
Yeah. I'm the same way working on stuff.
It's maddening.
It's interesting. It's an interesting change that I've had to make to leave something alone and just like, I'll remember where I left off and I'll come back to it later. And
Bullshit.
but I don't have to do what you do, Dave, and all the team. I don't have to deal with a whole bunch of people. It's just me,
That's true.
which is pretty nice.
There's definitely a team. They're a good team.
They're
for
a good
sure.
team.
They're a really good team. I love them to
Yeah.
death. I'm starting to confuse my wife because I'm like, hey, I need to go do something for the kids. And she's like, are you talking like hours or like
The kids.
Yeah, yeah. So our girls and the kids. So anybody that's
okay. All
like
right,
any
all
of
right.
my guys or girls that work here, those are my kids,
Okay.
and I treat them as such. Except for the corporal punishment part. I like to leave that at home.
Oh, it sounds like you're going to say you only leave it in the office.
No. I don't think I'm allowed to hit anymore.
Oh, okay. Yeah, times are changing.
We stopped that a few years ago.
About
Yeah.
6 months ago.
I asked them if they would throw that in my contract. Hey, I'm only going to sign up if I can like hit people every now and then. And they were like, don't worry, Daniel's here too. So it's worked out. But yeah, I feel like they're my children's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love them to death.
We're all impressed, man. We're all impressed with, we're not going to talk about numbers or anything, but all signs are looking up, man.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
impressive.
so glad that I've been able to keep you all employed.
Yes. Thank you. Thanks.
There's no FieldPulse podcast without FieldPulse.
That's right.
Otherwise, it's just a podcast.
There might be. If the company goes under, we'll keep it
Just
going.
keep it rolling.
I can keep it going on my own. I'm sure somebody can help me figure
It
it
costs
out.
like $20 a month to run this thing. Yeah.
What costs $20 a month?
All the hosting stuff,
Yeah,
right?
software. You got to host it. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's got to live on
you
the
get
interwebs.
paid $20 a month,
Yep.
or a different kind of host.
Got him.
Got him.
Did either of y'all go to like Catholic school or private school?
No.
You said corporal punishment. I was in that funny space in private school where you weren't allowed to hit kids unless your parents signed the waiver.
Oh no, I got SWATs.
In
I went to a small school.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
We got SWATs. Yeah, it wasn't private
Interesting.
or religious, but
Okay.
if you did something wrong,
They let
the
you know.
coach would take you in there and smack your ass for
Huh.
sure.
It's interesting at public
And I
school.
know it wasn't just me. I had to verify that. I
Yes.
was like, all right. I don't know if coach has got a crush on me. I'm back in the office again. And I was like, what, coach? All I was doing
Again
was
today.
you. Stop putting your shoes on.
What I do?
I fucked that up. Yeah, but it worked out.
I was going through some old photos recently, and I came across photos of a class trip that we took. And there's this old woman, and just her, just smiling, holding a little bag, and I don't know who she was. And so my mom came over to verify some of these people in these photos because I had no idea who they were. Oh, the Sister Marion, and I remember being out in that hallway, just wow.
Your back stiffened up.
Oh God.
Check your corners.
Yeah, she wore me out. Of course, I guess I wore her out too because I did not want to be there at all. I got put in public school pretty quickly.
It's brilliant.
I guess,
And now look at you. You're all the better.
yeah, I
You're a
am.
public school kid.
Yeah.
A
For
little
all
bit of
the
both sets of life. You've seen what it's like on both sides.
yeah, I like I like being free. I like being out in the public.
Yeah, America. Gentlemen, it's been fun,
All right.
but we're coming up on the end of the month.
All right.
That means I got work to do.
All right.
All right.
We'll get back to it.
Get it done.
Have fun, my friend.
Will do.
All right.
27 notifications.
All right.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, man. Fine. You take that full-grown man. All right. Well, we lost Dave, but you want to keep going, Ben?
I don't think it does the podcast justice. I feel like we could wrap it up.
All right. Let's wrap it up, my
Yeah.
friend. If anyone wants to write in or email, podcast at fieldpulse.com, or you want to go to fieldpulse.com. Down in the lower right-hand corner, there's the chat icon. Just click on the little button. Tell me you want to talk to me. We can talk about anything, marketing or business or, how to be a good husband. We can talk about anything you want to. And oh, wow, we can't cheers. Mine's empty, but hey, just fist bump, I guess. Cool. Thanks.